What's up, guys? Long time no see again. Not really, but we got a surprise for you today. We're gonna be doing our first ever car review.
Yep.
You ready to show them?
Yep. I'm
Hey,
ready.
listen, okay? This is honestly one of my favorite cars.
It's great on gas, has a lot of power.
Definitely
A lot
has
of people
power,
drive them.
especially in this area and especially nowadays.
Yep.
So, you ready to do the reveal?
Mm-hmm. No, we're just kidding.
We're kidding. Let's show them for real this time.
All right, guys, welcome back. Hope you guys enjoyed the cinematics.
You better put some time into that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Put some
we
time
put some
into
time into that. Okay.
Yep. So we're actually here with the owner of the vehicle.
What's going on, man? My name is Juan. I got 2016 Nissan GTR.
Hey.
You already know. You already know. We do it from the dig, right?
Yep.
That's right.
That's it. A little bit about the history behind the car and everything like that. How I got into it. Ever since I was probably like 18 years old,
Right.
I was really determined to get into a fast car. I didn't get my license like everybody else at 16. I got mine around 18, 19 years old, and I really wanted a fast car.
Right.
Fast and Furious just came out.
Nice car. What's the retail on one of those?
More than you can afford, pal.
So I really wanted a Supra, right? Everybody in the mother wants a Supra.
Everybody.
Unfortunately, getting a Supra was nearly impossible.
Impossible.
Whoever's gonna get a Supra, right?
Right.
So
ones.
exactly,
Impossible.
like you weren't getting no Supra.
Yeah.
You get like a 1968 if they even made one.
You were
back
getting the video game. That's what you were
Exactly.
getting.
Yep, you're
You were
getting
getting
Need for Speed.
Underground.
Yep.
You're not getting any Supra.
Yes.
My mom's like, I'm taking your ass to Nissan, you can pick up that Sentra. So what I did
Ultimate.
is I picked up a 2001 Sentra.
Right.
I did a little bit more research about the car. It actually came with an SR20. So
Nice.
that's where I started to get into the racing aspect of actually cars. So
Right.
I really enjoyed cars from that moment on.
Right.
From fast forward until now, I am in my dream car. It's like
For
I said,
now.
2016
For now.
2016 Nissan GTR.
Yes, sir.
It is full bolt-ons. The last step is the front mount intercooler, which I don't have on today, but I have purchased it.
Shame.
So it's an ETS full race intercooler, and then I'm gonna go E85. So right now it's sitting on full bolt-ons, just
Okay.
93 octane.
Okay. And just for the people who don't know what full bolt-ons
Yeah,
are.
so full bolt-ons basically means it's basically intakes, turbo back exhaust,
Right.
no resonator whatsoever,
Okay.
tuned on a Cobb access port on 93 octane.
So you're on a Cobb?
Yeah, and it's professionally tuned, 100%.
Who
Yeah.
tuned it?
Mike Atkins from M-Tune.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's he located at?
Right here in Central Florida.
Nice.
You can check him out at mtune.com.
Okay. We'll put the plug down below.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Like I say, he does good job, good work. But yeah, so that was my whole rundown when it came with the car.
Okay.
There's a lot more to come, so I'm gonna go ahead and just
Right.
go over a few things that
Yeah,
I
let's do
definitely want to change on the car. So
Okay.
one is the wheels. I want to definitely change the wheels out. I'm looking at a few variations,
Right.
but I'm gonna stick with this staggered offset look and everything like that. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and change the wheels. I'm actually gonna redo the entire suspension.
Okay.
And that was kind of like a tough one for me because this car was engineered to be the way it is, right?
Correct.
Handle,
Right.
it does do very well for out of the box, but I want to change the suspension because to me, I don't like the feel of the car so much.
Right.
And that's just a personal, opinion.
Which is
It's
crazy.
it's a little soggy, if you ask me.
Okay.
But
you want to stiffen it
I
up?
want more stiffen it up, but
Okay.
you can't stiffen too much of the car because the car weighs so much, so
Right.
it needs to have a little bit of a flex.
Okay.
I know that sounds weird because it's opposite any other way you look at it.
Okay.
Most cars need to be stiff, to handle better around
Right.
corners and stuff like that. This car handles having sway, right?
Okay.
Having body motion, having
Right.
body roll
Right.
basically.
Okay. What else do you want to change? Talk to us.
So the next thing I want to change
Be
is
wide
the
bodying
seat.
or what?
No, absolutely not. I'm gonna definitely change the lip kit, all carbon fiber.
Okay.
A functioning front lip for
Okay.
downforce and a functioning rear wing for downforce as well.
Okay.
So one thing I don't like about my GTR, and that I definitely am in the works of changing out, is the seats. So not a big fan of the seats whatsoever. They are just clunky, big. They're nice, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, they
leather's,
are nice.
The leather's real nice on them and everything like that. I just feel like when I'm inside the car, if I take a turn, I kind of move out of the seat a little bit.
They don't hold you right.
They don't hold me right. So I've been looking into the Recaro CS seats.
Okay.
And I love those. Actually, to tell you the truth, if I'm not mistaken, I think that those are the same seats that the Nismo uses. So they kind of look just like the Nismo seats, just without the carbon fiber in the back and everything like that, which I don't need any of that. And then down the road, I actually like the steering wheel. A lot of people change out the steering wheel for all these carbon fiber stuff and everything like that. That's more for aesthetics. I kind of like more for function. So, so if it's functional for me, then I don't need to change it out. So I'm not changing everything out just because it looks better necessarily. You know what I mean? So that's when it comes to that.
All right, man. Well, let's go for a ride, brother.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
Get out of here.
All right, we are inside. First and foremost, before we even get started, like, comment, subscribe.
Comment, and subscribe.
Yep, exactly. If you want to see more car reviews, comment down below the car that you want to see. If you have a car you'd like us to review, let us know the same thing. This is my first time in a GTR. I think Ben's as well.
Yep.
So whatever reaction we have is going to be 100% the honest truth. We have no idea what to expect. You know, he says he's at 600 to the wheel, correct?
Yeah.
Yep, good about it.
Right, the fastest I think I've been in was 4 something, and that was my own car. So 600, I don't even know what it's gonna be like. But yeah, man. So let's talk, bro. Let's talk.
Yeah, man. So like I said, I got the GTR. Really high hopes, like just like wow. I never. So the funny thing is about this
you
car.
You probably looked at it at 2 in the morning in the middle of the night in your garage multiple times, didn't you?
The crazy thing about this purchase of the GTR is I didn't even see the car before I bought it.
Wow.
So quick rundown, I bought the car from Salt Lake City, Utah, from a Porsche dealer. So this guy is a one-man show. He sells Porsches. He's a Porsche instructor for, like, you know, track driving and stuff like that.
Right.
The guy is very knowledgeable about cars. And then I saw it. He put it on his website. Literally, I saw it on cars.com after he's had it up for 2 hours. I called him, see where he was at price-wise, and we came to a deal. Talked to my bank. My bank's like, all right, well, you know, the car is out of state. There was a lot of logistics that were kind of just not easy to get through. Get past. So let's just say that it took about a week to get both parties to agree. So finally,
that must have been a long week, man.
Oh, dude, it was a long week of stress because at the same time, there was other people who wanted to buy the car right there and then. But luckily for myself, those people were just kind of blowing smoke up this guy's ass, to honestly tell you the truth. So I was putting in the strongest offer.
What you're saying, this is the exact one that you wanted.
Yeah, so the exact color, exact model, yes. There was one before this that I really wanted. I was that far away from buying, and it was just not meant to be. It was already fully done, so I didn't have to put anything into it. It was already fully done.
Too,
yeah, it had wheels, it had tires, it had you know, suspension, it had the wing, it had, you know, it had everything was fully done. It had more miles, so but I had a feeling deep down in my heart, the only thing that was kind of holding me back a little bit from not pulling the trigger right away was the amount of miles and the, you know, like, I don't know how this guy drove the car. I have no idea. So I have no idea if this guy drove the car, you know, raced the piss out of it 24/7. So I had no idea. That's the only thing that was kind of holding me back. So when I went to go pull the trigger, the guy sold it literally that morning. The guy sold it. The car was gone. My heart was broken. I had my heart set on it.
Couldn't even sleep over it.
So exactly, I was like, damn, I should have bought it. This, that, and the third. So I just kind of started doing research.
You were adamant about this one.
Yeah, back to zero. You know, and for a week I found nothing. I was like, I'm not getting a GTR. And then I found this one. It was more stock than ever on everything, and I was like, right, you know, it's stock. It only has 7,000 miles. It had a few bolt-ons, and it had a Cobb. So it had the exhaust,
right,
and it had a Cobb access port, but it still had the factory wheels, the factory tires. So I was like, the tires looked like they were in pretty good shape. So I was like, you know what, this guy didn't really beat the really beat up the car that bad.
Right.
So
kind of looks like you took care of it.
Exactly. So I was more worried about the paint, right? Anybody can make a car look great on an ad. So since I'm not flying to Salt Lake City,
right, I
asked one of my detail guys here about a detail shop over in Salt Lake City that's really well known. It's called Lux Auto Spa. If you guys check them out, they're amazing, amazing, amazing. He had the car reviewed by Lux to see how much, you know, swirls it had, any kind of rock chips or anything like that. Lux sent me the information, not to him, sent it directly to me. So there's no like bias type of opinion or anything like that. And they basically said this car is pretty much in amazing condition. If we had to do any work on it, it would be maybe a one step and then a ceramic coating, and that was it. So I felt perfect about it. There was no dings in the door. It had 2 rock chips, but I'm like, rock chips it's not, I mean, that's gonna happen on any car,
on anything, on any day,
you know, having the car for 1 week.
Correct.
So I pulled the trigger on the car, I got it. Actually, the car arrived like around 9 o'clock at night. It left Salt Lake City on a Friday. I got it on a Monday at 9 o'clock at night. I paid extra to have it enclosed in a carrier. So when it got to me, it was waxed, polished. Wow. Everything was beautiful. It was like, literally, I couldn't have been happier with the purchase.
How long did it take to get here?
About 4 days. 4 days. It got here in 4 days. And like I said, I paid extra to have closed trailer. So it was
smart, man.
Yeah, it was a little bit extra though, like an extra $300 to have closed trailer.
Right.
And I can't be happier with the whole transaction. Right. Like I said, it was a little sketchy at first because the bank and the dealer, they couldn't agree on everything. So
how long ago was that?
It was February of 2018, so a little bit over 2 years.
So you've had it for a minute. Okay.
Yeah, I've had it for a minute.
Okay,
I got it with 7,000 miles exactly.
Okay.
And I have 13,000 miles on it. If that tells you how much I drive the car.
That's crazy.
So I don't drive the car.
Okay, so in the 2 years that you've had it, what do you love about it and what do you dislike about it driving?
So, and so you understand my little background, like, I really fell in love with driving aspects of vehicles, right?
Well, you went from an Evo 10 to
exactly. So my Evo, I tweaked it exactly how I wanted. Put the sway bars, put the suspension, put the end links, put all the bushings to make it stiffer and everything like that. And I can tweak the suspension to my drivability. So I like a track-ready car that I can drive on the street, right? This car is a track-ready car that you can drive on the street, but it's really comfortable. So I'm not used to it, right? So I'm supposed to trust this car.
Right, because there's certain things that you just can't feel, but you have to trust it regardless.
Exactly. So I have to trust this car that's gonna do all the things that you see on these videos that these cars do, like 100 miles per hour, 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, like all these things, cornering and pulling all these G's around corners, destroying the Nürburgring for years. You know what I mean? So putting supercars on notice, so in 2008 when this car came out, it put all supercars on notice, saying like, hey, Nissan just dropped a car under $100,000 that is crushing all your guys' time on the Nürburgring, right? And that's the benchmark of where you test your car, is at the Nürburgring. So your car marked this time at the Nürburgring, then your car's badass. So then that's the thing with me, this car feels very soft, right? So like these are the modes that you can put in R mode and stuff like that. Even the suspension in R mode, I'm not crazy about it.
You don't trust it?
I'm not crazy about it. It's not that I don't trust it. My mind's saying it's gonna be okay, but I personally don't trust it because I can't feel the road. So there's a lot of electronics working, right? A lot of things are helping me out, right? So I'm not used to that. So that's a lot of things that I have to get used to about this car. The back end does sway a lot, you know what I mean? So the back end's gonna sway a lot to give more front end grip, you know, to actually rotate the vehicle. So there's a lot of things I just had to get used to. Second thing I had to get used to is the brakes, right? You look at these brakes online and you look them on pictures, they are massive. 6 pistons in the front,
but they're not enough.
4 in the back. The calipers are all there. The mechanics are all there. I don't know where they went wrong with. Why didn't they go with steel braided brake lines? Better pressure in the brake pedal. Like I I feel like the brake pedal doesn't have enough pressure at all. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of soggy when it comes to coming out of my car. You know, coming into this car, it just feels kind of soggy when it comes to the brakes. But that's a quick fix. You know, it's nothing out of this world. It's not super expensive. That's the only two things that my complaints to the car. Other than that, the car is incredible. The attention you get in the car, which I don't really care about, but the attention you get in the car is that supercar sadness. You know what I mean? Like, coming from an Evo, yeah, you get attention. Don't get me wrong. True. You know, you get attention, but when you're in a GTR,
it's different.
And even to this day, being out for the last 11, 12 years, you're still getting people taking photos. You're still getting people like asking you questions at stoplights. You're still getting that guy in a Civic that wants to race you.
People hitting you up for car reviews and stuff.
People hitting me up for car reviews. My favorite is the kid in the Civic like, yo, let's go. I'm like, let's go where? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not I'm trying to be like stuck up or anything like that.
Nah, you just don't want to waste your gas.
It's not,
what it is.
Park your B16 somewhere.
Yo, like chill out. Like even the Ford Ranger, you know
Turbo
what I mean?
B series.
You know what I mean?
It,
so, you know, I don't sleep on them cars though. You gotta be careful with these Centuries.
Yeah,
so Civics, bro. I don't know if you've seen YouTube lately, bro.
Especially out here. I'm not even gonna lie.
I ain't sleeping on them cars, bro.
Especially out here.
But yeah, so that when it comes to that, that's the one thing that I really felt that I didn't like so much of the car. But everything else, I mean, those are things that are minor. I can fix.
Correct.
You know, like the seats, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like them that much.
Honestly, they don't feel bad.
They don't. But for somebody who is going to be in corners, my ass is sliding everywhere. It's nothing like the Recaros, you kind of sink more in. So you're like kind of sunken in more, you know what I mean?
Have you ever thought about maybe like a harness bar?
Like for
like a roll bar kind of, but one that you can set your
the seatbelt is not so much the issue, you know what I mean? I feel like
that will definitely pull you in.
Yeah, seatbelt's not so much the issue. It's more if I'm gonna do like a harness bar, like a roll bar or anything like that, that's when I'm gonna be, you know, mainly taking the car to the track. So after the car is fully paid off, hopefully in the next 2 or 3 years it'll be fully paid off, I'll be going to the track more often. At that time I'll go ahead and do something like that. Take the seats out, full roll. I'll put like probably a 4-point cage inside the car. You know, to be more track eligible, you know, and stuff like that.
And that'll definitely stiffen up a little bit of things too, which might help you.
Yeah, coilovers definitely 100%.
Oh my gosh.
I'm swapping out the suspension to some AST suspension. You know, but the only thing is I lose the comfortability of the car, which
the dampening.
The dampening, exactly. Changing the you know, from soft to regular to R mode. You kind of lose that. It's going to be in R mode at all times. You know what I mean? So and I can change that just by going in the hood and changing a few dials and dialing it the way I want it to be. So yeah, that's enough about the car. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna find a little bit of road. I've never done a pool with 3 people in the car ever, like ever.
That we now have our little family.
And it's 90 degrees outside, so I don't know.
Here's your road right here.
I don't know how it's really gonna react, so I'm gonna put everything in R mode right now.
No.
So literally everything changes when it comes to that.
Let me move the camera to here. That way we can get Ben too.
Oh man, there's a few cars coming.
Alright.
Pause for the cause.
Yep. Pause for the cause. Of course. Alright, well this is
doesn't fall off.
Yeah, if it hasn't already.
Oh well.
Alright, so this is 600 wheel.
So I'm gonna do, this car has like roll and boost, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the roll and boost on the car.
Okay, what gear was that in?
That was 3rd gear, and we just went 3rd to 4th, and almost at the end of 4th. We did like almost 100 almost 100 from, I would say about 50 to 110, 120 miles per hour.
In Mexico somewhere.
Yep, somewhere in Mexico.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Guadalajara.
So that's what does that. So but it needs an intercooler. The system is telling me that I was starting to get a little bit of knock.
Okay.
So that means it didn't like the temperature outside. So it doesn't like that. So I was getting a little bit of knock.
That was definitely an eye opener.
Yeah.
That was definitely an eye opener.
Definitely.
Well,
hopefully my GoPro's still out there.
I never yielded. And as you can see, I am not dead.
Juan, I definitely appreciate the review, man.
Definitely, it was fun. Definitely.
Well, you know, you got another car too, so
yeah. Oh, we're gonna be doing. We can definitely do some more reviews. I definitely want to talk. I guess I know a little bit more about my Evo and then how it acts, you know, and everything like that when it comes to like the car.
Right.
I'm still just digging into the GTR game and everything like that. But my dream car was a GTR. A lot of people have so many dreams. I mean, for the, you know, in this price range, I could have gotten R8 and stuff like that, and you know, which has a Lamborghini motor, the V10 motor. You know what I mean? So, but I just really I didn't really want it for status. I wanted it more for myself. So, you know what I mean?
And you did it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I had to thank my wife. I mean, you know, I'm a married man.
Oh,
so,
you putting his wife in the video?
I think my wife, man. Listen, she's just as much into cars as I am. It's crazy. Like, we have so many things in common, but we are also very smart people. We just don't do things out of, we barely have it. You know what I mean? Thank God we work hard, and
patience is a virtue.
Exactly. So I gotta thank my wife, and we did it, and she drives it too. She enjoys it. You know, so.
How do you feel, Ben? Talk to us, man.
No, I mean, it was definitely a fun trip. I will say, for comfortability wise, if you're a big guy, you know, don't sit in the front. Stay in the front. Don't sit in the back seat. I'm not that tall. I'm 5'9" on a good day. I was kind of cramped back here, but the seats are very comfortable. I absolutely have no leg room. But like again, like I say, you know, I'm a small guy, so it's not too terrible for me. My head, like I say, you know, it's like right here on the glass. That's why, you know, you kind of notice me leaning like this the whole time in the video. But all in all, I mean, this car is, to me, absolutely fantastic. I was not expecting it to take off like that. I really hope my GoPro didn't come off the back, but if it did, oh well. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the GoPro.
Yep, rest in peace to the GoPro. And this is honestly an amazing car. I don't I'm speechless. I have to speak because I have to tell you guys how I feel, but I can't speak. That's the closest I can get to explaining how I feel right now. It's nice. It's nice. I feel like I'm living this guy's dream through him. Well, man, it was definitely a pleasure.
Definitely, bro. Definitely.
Appreciate it, man.
Definitely.
And yeah, well, there you guys have it. 2016
GTR.
2016 GTR.